Welcome to Enduring Journey to Bliss. Thanks for visiting. Today I wanted to take a look at this gorgeous little plant. Sadly, I missed her watering day the last time, and she is showing some damage from that. So I will kind of show that to all of you. I will clean her up, and I hope that does not happen again. This is a plant that I've had since April of 2025. It is a pothos, and the type of pothos this one is a manjula. Manjula. I'm not sure of the exact pronunciation, but when I got her back in April 2025, she was not trailing at all. All of her growth was in her little orange pot that you see here. So all the growth was happening just above her orange pot, the little pot that she came in. And now, I've not repotted her yet. I should have, but some things came up and I just didn't have the opportunity. But now she has these two lovely, long vines growing off of her. And I actually took a cutting off of this to share with my daughter. She also enjoys plants. So, but today, and I will make a playlist for this plant. I'm going to try to make a playlist for all of my plants that I can go back and visit and see how it was at the beginning and see how it's doing over the next year or 2 or 3 or 10, hopefully. But anyway, on this one, as I was watering, I must have got a phone call, or I must have, maybe one of my dogs was barking or needed to go outside or something, and I got distracted. This poor baby did not get water. And when I was watering today, I noticed just how dry she was. And I put her in let her soak for a while. I didn't just water her because she was so dry. If I didn't let her soak, none of the water would have stayed in the soil. It would have just poured off the edges of it. So I let her set in some water for a good amount of time. But she is, she's had her good soak. I think she's going to recover. And that's just part of life. That's what happens when you have life. You have dogs, you need to cook, you need to go to work, people call or they stop by, and you get distracted, and that's just life. You try not to ever not water your plant, but apparently I missed this one, and so that's the reality of it. And I want to share the good, the bad, and the ugly with my plants, with all of you. So I'm going to go ahead, and I have my little trimmers that I routinely use, and I have a little cotton swab that I'm going to spray with isopropyl 70% alcohol, and that is so that I don't spread any kind of, and I'm just going to spritz it. That is so I don't spread any disease, fungus, bugs, anything from plant to plant. I always will clean before I clip, just in case. You just never know, and I'd rather err on the side of caution every time. So I have a little trash can here beside my table. I toss that into that. So on this one, I need to go ahead and remove some of the leaves that got too much damage from the lack of moisture. So this one here, as you can see, that one, there is no hope. That is not going to repair. It's not going to do anything. That one may have been when it was losing anyway, but then when I didn't water it. Now this brown color is from when I had it soaking. I put it in like, it's like a small, I don't know what they call those, a tote, like a plastic tote. And this leaf was down in the water because I was soaking it all the way up to like here. So this was hanging down. So that's what this extra funky brown look is. Anyway, so these are nice and clean. I just cleaned them with all of you with the isopropyl and the little cotton swab. So I'll go down to the base of this leaf. I don't like to just pull. Let me see if that's in the camera for you. I'll lift it. So I like to go all the way down, if I can, even like under the soil just a tad, and then clip. And then that will come out. And I'm not pulling it, so I'm not causing damage by yanking on it or anything like that. I'm going to put this over in the trash. So that had to come off, definitely needed to be removed. And I also have this one right here. She's looking pretty sad, but I'm going to leave her. She might recover. This one, I don't know. She may not. I may end up just cutting that off like in a week or two. This one, I'm not going to keep it because this damage to me is too severe. So that one, since it's not in the ground, I'm going to come as close as I can right here. Snip. And so now that is off. Drop it in the trash. And this one is going to recover, I think, just fine. This one, this is not going to recover. I mean, it could, but it's already so severely damaged that it's going to take up more nutrients than I want the plant to expend on that as it's trying to heal it. So again, I'm going to come as close as I can, clip it, and it's off. Hopefully you saw that in the video. So I will drop that in the trash. And this one, am I going to keep it or not? I don't know. You know, the edges here, that's, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I said I was going to keep it, but nope. So hopefully you can see that. I go as close as I can, snip, and it's off. So the remaining leaves, oops, this is an older one that I need to remove. This is not from the lack of water. This is just age. Can you see this one down here? Yeah, it's just an older leaf. So that's off. So I'm just kind of doing my cleanup, looking at the plants today because it's kind of a watering day for me. This one's got some damage, but there's enough leaf that's still getting the nutrients from well, it's not sunlight in here, it's grow lights, but still doing the photosynthesis that the plant needs, so I will maintain that. That one's a little damaged, but she's not nearly as damaged as the others. I will leave that one. So she's looking pretty good. I'll give her a little spin. And like I said, when I first purchased her, all of her growth was in the pot or above the pot. None of it was out. So now I have this one coming all the way out here. And then I have the one behind it right here coming all the way out. And I'm very happy with this plant and its growth. I feel really bad that I missed it when I watered the last time. And so now this one also is growing out. So yeah, I enjoy growing the pothos. Heck, I enjoy growing all my plants. And, you know, they all have different things that I find appealing. And this Manjula, I mean, the variegation on these are just amazing. I mean, it's just a beautiful plant. And I hope you can see the variegation that's coming through on here. She's a gorgeous little plant. So I wanted to share that with all of you today. I fertilize this. Every time I water, I fertilize. I do change up the fertilizer that I use every week. And I do a very weak solution of the fertilizer that I use. And then on the fourth watering, I use strictly just water, filtered house water, that I have actually added some API stress coat that I use in my fish aquariums, because that helps to eradicate the chemicals in the water, the chlorine and other things. And I use it for my fish aquarium when I do my water changes. And to me, it made perfect sense. I was like, why not use it for my houseplants to also eliminate the chlorine and chemicals that are in our tap water these days. Now, I do have a filter But to me, the safer I can be for my plants, the better. So I use the filtered water in an old distilled water jug. I fill it up, and I add whatever fertilizer I'm going to be adding. I add it to the jug, milk jug, not milk, distilled water jug, and so pretty. And that's what I use when I water. So in a month, three of those waterings are going to have some form of fertilization, very weak, in it for my plants. And then the third week, strictly just water. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share this with you. I do give my plants showers on occasionally. I'll just put them under the sink and use a little spray nozzle and give them a little shower that way. Or if it's a bigger plant, I will stick it in the shower. And I always try to put like some kind of extra, like a coffee filter or something like that over the drain area, so that just in case any dirt or anything were to come out of the pot while I'm giving it the shower, it's not going down my drain and going to cause me problems later down the road. Just caution on that if you do give your plant showers. So, and it's good to do that because it gets the dust and other things that get built up on it over time. It helps remove those so that the plant is able to photosynthesize better. Anyway, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will make a playlist so that you can see how this plant changes in my care. I am just like many of you. I am not a botanist. I am not a horticulturalist. This is strictly a hobby that I truly enjoy, and I'm choosing to share this journey along with all of you. So I appreciate you visiting. Hope you have a wonderful day, and take care.